Hello, my YouTube friends. Well, it's time for another one of Drew's prediction episodes. Anyways, so just to start off, this will probably be like my last prediction episode for a long time now that the series has started. There isn't really anything left to predict. Maybe I'll have one when Z comes out. I think that's what the new game's going to be called anyways. But anyways, so this prediction episode is dedicated solely to, or pretty much solely, to what Pokemon Ash, Serena, and Clement will catch throughout their journey. I didn't want to do just Ash and stuff because everybody's doing that, so I decided I'd do all three. And how I decided to do that is I'm going to go through each of the, I'm only doing the Kalos ones. I'm not going to go through all 700 and be like, no, he's not going to catch this one. But anyways, I'm going to include all the Kalos ones and say why I think it's going to catch it, who's going to catch it, and why I think they're not going to catch it. So, if you hear some clicking, it's just because I'm referencing a couple things that I wrote down, or just making sure I'm getting the timing right. Yeah, so without further ado, shall we begin? Let's start off with the starters, because they're pretty easy. And so, the Chespin evolutionary line. Ash, Serena are not going to catch them, because Clement has one, and they never repeat catch the same ones. Like, Ash will never catch a Pokemon another one of his friends has. Oh, but Drew, May and Ash both have a Squirtle and a Bulbasaur, and Dawn has a Quilava. Yes, but remember, Ash caught all of those first. They got them after he did. Ash will probably never catch an Onix because Brock had that. He'll never get one. And so that's just basically what I'm talking about. So, as for Chespin and Fennekin, he'll never get them because Clement has Chespin and Serena has Fennekin. With Froakie, however, he does have that, and because it's a starter, I am fully expecting it to become a Greninja, probably around the 8th badge. Around then. I'm expecting Froakie will evolve maybe around the 3rd, and most of the journey, or most of Season 2, or Season F18. So yeah, other than that, let's move on from the starters. Alright, so Clement has a Bunnelby, so that's his. Neither Ash or Serena will catch a Bunnelby or get a Diggersby. So Bunnelby is all Clement's. And now we'll go to Flabebe, Floette, and Florks. I do not think any one of them will catch those 3 evolutionary lines. They just kind of don't look the part. Flabebe is much too small. I mean, it could fit in the palm of your hand. And honestly, Florks just seems too... It just seems off to me. I don't think they're going to catch it. I think there are other better suited fairy types for Ash and Serena. I don't think Clement will get a fairy type. Alright, now let's move on to Swirlix. I think this one will go to Serena because it just fits the part for me. Some of these I can't tell. I'm just like, oh, I think Serena will get this. I guess from what I've seen, like, she chose Fennekin because it was kind of cute. And that's kind of cute, funny looking. Who knows, that one, if she does catch it, may end up being like the comedian of the group, kind of like Oshawott was in the Unova region. And I don't think it'll evolve into Slurpuff, though. I think it'll stay a Swirlix throughout all 3 seasons, or whenever they catch it. Now we'll go with Spritzy. Again, I think if this is to be anyone's, it'll be Serena's, but I don't think it'll be either one, because Serena, in my opinion, will get Swirlix, and I don't think she'd get both. So I don't think Swirlix will go to anyone in the group, Ash, Clement, or Serena. Alright, Inkay and Malmar. It's pretty obvious to me that none of the heroes will catch it, because James has an Inkay, and Ash has never gotten any of the Pokemon Team Rocket has captured, because I guess those are kind of considered the evil Pokemon. I don't know, but normally with like all the people that are constantly in the episode or Ash's friends or enemies, he normally does not catch the same Pokemon. Okay, fine if you're gonna include like Gary, but he caught like over 100 different types. I guess he had some of the same ones as Paul, but let's move on from there. Forget about them, they're not important. Oh my god, Furfro, I think that's how you say it. In my opinion, this is the one of the stupidest Pokemon ever. Oh, it's just like a poodle that can be dressed up. I don't think they're gonna catch anyone just because it's completely out of character for Ash to catch one like that. Most of his Pokemon start out small, and this one's just seems a little too big, and God, it's annoying, so I can't, in my opinion, I don't think he's gonna catch it. And now we come to Dede. Well, okay, so they already have one in their party. Clement caught it and is holding it for Bonnie, so I guess that'll technically be Bonnie's. So there's really no reason for Ash or Serena to catch one because it's already there. And yeah, I just don't think Dedene's gonna happen because it's gonna be constantly traveling with them. And now I come to think of it, that one could be the comedian of the group instead of Swirlix, because Dedene's kind of like a baby. It's probably really young. At least it acts like that from the 2 episodes I've seen, because I'm only watching the American versions, because I don't want to read subtitles when I watch it. So I'm only on episode 4 where Clement just caught Dedenne. Ooh boy, Fletchling, Fletchinder, and Talonflame. Alright, so Ash already has a Fletchling, so Serena and Clement won't catch one. But we'll talk about evolutions just for a second. Fletchling will probably evolve pretty early in the game. Or, sorry, in the anime. Just because normally Ash doesn't keep the first evolution of his flying type for very long. Like, he never had a Pidgey, started off with the second evolution of Pidgeotto. He caught a Noctowl, which had already which was the final evolution of that. He caught a Tailo, which pretty early evolved into a Swellow. I could go on again about this with Staraptor, Unpheasant. I guess we could count Gliscor too, but they kind of had to give him something for that. So yeah, it'll probably be a Talonflame by the 6th badge, at the very latest, in my opinion. Pinnacle and Barbacoal. Alright, I like these Pokemon, but honestly, if any one of them was going to catch it, I think it would have to be Clement. I don't think it'd be Ash's because it's very unlikely that they would get a second evolution that powerful. And because Ash's Pokemon normally start out with kind of being small, nimble, and small and nimble, and can eventually grow to be pretty powerful. That's kind of where his strength is. Most of his started off being pretty small and nimble, if you're not going to count like Snorlax, who's the exact opposite, big and fat. So yeah, so if anybody is gonna be Clement, and I honestly don't think any one of them will catch it because it's found in the ocean, and honestly they don't spend much time in the ocean fishing, so I don't think that'll be any one of theirs. Okay, Skrelp and Dragolage took me a while to think about, but in the end I concluded that it's got a fair chance of Ash catching it. Yes, I know it's another water type and he already has Froakie and he really doesn't need another water type, but I'm more going for the poison type, and if it evolves it'll become a dragon along with poison. But I don't think it'll evolve if he gets it, because that just seemed like too big and powerful for him to have a dragon like that, because dragon is kind of one of the more powerful types, having only two types that are strong against it. Three now, sorry. But if he catches it, Skrelp seems like one of those Pokemon you'd find in like a lake or maybe on the shore, and he'd catch it, it'd be ill-tempered, and eventually he'd tame it to like him. Kind of like Buizel. It started off being ill-tempered and stuff, but eventually he figured out how to work with it, and then he did alright, and they became friends with everybody. Because I don't know if you remember, but Buizel started off being a real jerk to all his Pokemon, like thinking he was stuck up and stuff like that. Alright, now we'll move on to Clauncher and Clydeser. Now, I think if anybody were to catch this, this would have to be either Serena or Clement, because Ash has a Froakie. Now, there are a total of 7 new water-type Pokemon that came out with the Kalos. Froakie, Frogadier, Greninja, Pinnacle, Barbacoal, Clauncher, and Clydeser. And so, yes, the world is open for Serena and Clement to catch non-Kalos Pokemon, but if either one of them is to catch a water Pokemon from Kalos, I think it'll be this one, and I think Serena will get Clauncher. Remember, Serena probably will end up with at least 6, probably 6 the exact number. Clement probably won't, because think about it, Brock, Silent, they never carried 6 Pokemon with them. The gym leaders never seem to get a full set on their travels with Ash. So I think if Serena gets a water type and it's from Kalos, I think it's definitely going to be Clauncher. Alright, now let's move on to Skittle and Go-Goat. Although Skittle it does match the profile of what I was talking about earlier on a lot of Ash's Pokemon being small, nimble, speedy, yet powerful. I'm not feeling it. Partly because Alexa had a Go-Goat, and like I said earlier, normally they don't catch the same Pokemon like with friends, or that their friends have, or like companions they traveled with for a period of time. And since there was only a grand total of 9 new grass types, and Ash always catches a grass type, honestly, I think it'd be a lot cooler for him to yell like Shadow Sneak or Phantom Force versus Horn Leech. If now you probably know which one I'm talking about, but we'll get onto that one later. Scatterbug, Spewpoo, Spewpa. Oh god, what is it? Spewpa. Okay, anyways, Serena, all the way. She's gonna get a Vivillon pretty early. I mean, come on, it seems totally like it. The question is, which form of Vivillon? Meadow, Sandstorms? I don't even know all of them, because I don't collect them. I'm going for the shiny charm. I have a Vivillon, that's all I really care about. Maybe later I'll try for it, but Serena, all the way. Pancham, Pangoro. Ash, Pancham, all the way. Do I think he'll get a Pangoro? That's doubtful. I'm thinking not. Excuse me, it just seems a little too powerful. Or, who knows, maybe it'll evolve in the league, but if he gets one, and I think he will, I don't think it'll evolve. Serena, Serena, Serena. I think she's got to get a Meowstic. It doesn't seem like if a Meowstic is caught, it'll be by her. Just, Hopefully, I think the female one is the white one. That one looks cooler, so I'm thinking she's got to catch that one. That would be cool. It's a psychic type. It's pretty powerful. Yeah. Oh boy, this one took me a long time to think about. So, one of the most anticipated leaked Pokemon for X and Y was this one, Sylveon, Evolution of Eevee. Eevee is, I think I'd be alright in saying, long been a lot of people's pretty high on their I like this Pokemon list. It can evolve into all different types. All of them are okay. Personally, I really like Umbreon. Espeon's pretty cool too. Okay, I've really pretty much, and Glaceon, I pretty much like all of them. But Sylveon, I used Sylveon. That was really the one Pokemon I set out searching for in X and Y because I'm like, okay, I'm going to use this. But anyways, so who will get it? I think if anyone's got to get it, it's got to be Ash or Serena. It's quick, it's nimble, it's pretty small, so that's Ash's category. It's kind of cute, kind of the thing Serena would go for, so that would be in her category. But at the same time, I already stated that she might get Swirlix. And Ash needs a fairy type, and maybe they decide to play to the crowd, or play to the fans and give them what they want, give Ash an evolution. Because think about it, Sylveon evolves by knowing a fairy move and through affection. Ash's whole mentality on training Pokemon is through friendship and caring, so that's just fine. Now, if Paul had a Sylveon, I'd call hacks. But, yeah, so Ash or Serena, I'm leaning toward Ash just because playing to the crowd, that's what the fans like. It's probably why they threw in Lucario for, in the game. I might as well say this because I'm not going to be covering this. I'm not sure if Ash will get a Lucario or not. That's kind of has me torn. People are all like, oh, Ash has got to get a Riolu because of the Lucario and Mystery of Mew movie, I think, or one of them. And then there was a couple episodes with like a Rangers where he bonded with a Riolu. But I'm not so sure. I want to say no, just because it's got a Mega Evolution. And that just, however, that could end up being his Mega Evolution. I hope not. Bring back Charizard over Lucario any day. But yeah, now that I branched off from Sylveon, yeah, I gotta go with Ash. Or what I thought would be really cool is if they each got an Eevee and each evolved into something else. Okay, if that happened, it'd be really cool if it was just like Umbreon, Espeon, Glaceon, Leafeon, but you know. Alright, well, anyways, I think that concludes this half of the episode because this is running on like 18 minutes. And so I'll do the other half in another video so you're not watching a half an hour long video by me. I mean, I've covered about half of the 69, ha ha ha, yeah, there's a 70, whatever, new Pokemon for the Kalos region. I hope you enjoyed. Leave your comments below. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe. Thank you. Well, guys, I hope you enjoyed listening to my 2 cents about who will catch what, and yeah, anyways, the second half will be out soon, maybe. I'm not exactly sure when I'll have time. It'll be out fairly certain, hopefully within the week. Yeah. I wanted to say something. God. Well, I guess it wasn't that important, or if it was, you'll... Yeah, anyways, thanks for watching.